Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will try to learn about the concept called as middleware. So we have already seen in the previous video about the store enhancers. Store enhancers is used to in order to override the functionality of the store methods like dispatch, get state and subscribe. So we have seen the functionality, we have overridden the functionality of the dispatch and get state in the JavaScript Redux tutorial we have seen. Normally what we will be trying to do is in the applications or anything when we are using the Redux application, normally we will be changing the dispatch behavior only. We need to customize the dispatch action only. So now for those reasons Redux provides us a special add-on that is nothing but the middleware. This is also one type of enhancer only, but it is a special kind of add-on middleware which customizes the dispatch functionality. Okay, only dispatch functionality this middleware customizes. So now let's try to see this one. So normally what we can say, so now we already saw that Redux store can be optimized using store enhancers, right? So Redux middleware are actually implemented on the top of very special store enhancer that comes built in with the Redux called apply middleware. So using this apply middleware, this is also one type of special store enhancer. So we'll be using this apply middleware. So now what we will be trying to do is we will try to implement this middleware functionality to customize the dispatch action. So we already have customized the dispatch action using the enhancer. By using a special add-on that is middleware concept, we will customize the dispatch functionality. For this one, how we will be writing the dispatch functionality is, here I will be writing one example function, example middleware. Okay, so this one you will be getting an object that is nothing but the store. So as enhancer, how you will be getting the create store, same thing, the store you will be getting the same thing like this. Now here I will be returning the function. Okay, so here you will be having the return function. So you need to remember that return function. So in this return function you will be having the next parameter and you will be having again another function. So here you will be having the actual action, dispatched action, and here you can return next. So this is the next. We need to run the next with the action. Okay, so this is the example middleware. So now you will be having the outer function, middle function and inner function. So this is the way how we will be writing the middleware. In order to add this middleware into the store, so what we will try to do is constant middleware. We will create a method, variable, and here you will be having this apply middleware. This is the method what you will be having in the Redux store. So you need to give the list of all the middlewares. So here I am giving the example middleware, and here what we need to do, we need to pass it as a second parameter. We already know that second parameter takes the preloaded state. If it doesn't have the preloaded state, you can directly pass this middleware as the second parameter, or otherwise this middleware will be the third parameter, like enhancer. This is also enhancer only, but this is a special add-on apply middleware. These are also enhancers only. Now we have written the example middleware. Let's try to check the output. If I try to check the output, if I refresh this page, so far no errors. Now when I am trying to create a post, it is automatically creating a post without any problem when we are passing this middleware also. So now let's try to see what is the each and every bits and pieces. Let's try to see. So first one, if you try to see the outer function example middleware. So the outer function is actually the middleware itself. It will be called by the apply middleware and stores and receives the store as a parameter for this one. Okay, so now this store has the function as the methods dispatch, get state. These are all the functions you will be having. So these are the same dispatch and get state functionalities that are actually part of the store. Okay, so if you call the dispatch functionality in the store, means you are calling nothing but the what we can say dispatch, this one. So now another one is this is only called once. Another one is the middle functionality. So this middle functionality receives a function called next as its argument. So next it is receiving as its argument. This function is actually the next middleware in the pipeline. This is the next middleware in the pipeline. If this middleware is the last one in the sequence, the next is actually the original store.dispatch function instead. Okay. So if you call here the next of like this means, so now up to here the middleware functionality will be finished. And now the last one is the handling the action. So this one is the handling the action. So this is the finally the inner function. So it will receive the current action as the argument, and it will be called, and this one will be called every time an action is dispatched. So every time when an action is dispatched, so this function will be called. So this return function of next is also called only once. So that means you need to understand that This example middleware where it is called by the apply middleware functionality, this will be called only once, and this function next also will be called only once. Okay, now this handle action will be called every time when a dispatch action is dispatched. Okay, you need to remember these things. So these are the three functionalities. So if you want to implement this one in the ES6 syntax, means what we will be trying to do is, so we can remove these all the things, sorry, we can remove the function, and I can add here constant, and I can add here is equal to. Okay, so now what I can do is, so I can remove this return functionality and all those things, and I can add it like this, and I can also return these all functionalities. Okay, so I can add it like this. So this is the arrow syntax representation. So now I can write it like this also. Okay, so now here I can add the like this. So now if we want, you need to place it here at the top, so that element variable will be present before the declaration itself. Now if you try to see the output, the same output will appear, not a problem. Okay, so this is the actual middleware functionality. So this action will be implemented every time we are dispatching an action. So now we will try to write the small functionality. What we can say is small middleware functionality will write. So now here I will be changing this one to logger middleware. Okay, this is the logger middleware. What this logger middleware will do is, so it will log it to the, what I can say, log it to the console every time when an action is displayed. Okay, so we can write a small middleware that will log the information to the console. So every time when a dispatch is happened. Okay, so now what I will try to do, so we are having the store next and all those things. So now here in the action, what I can write is, here I am doing the console.log. Okay, console.log, so dispatching action. Okay, so we can add the dispatching the action. So we can, if you want, you can paste the action also. Okay, now another one is, instead of returning the next, what I will try to do, I will try to save it here, result. Okay, so result is equal to next of action. I will store it here, and after dispatching, what I will try to do, I will try to console. So next state, what is the next state? So you will be able to get the state also. So what we can do here, you can use the store and you can get the state, updated state. After dispatching, you can get the state in the middleware itself. So now I will return the result. Okay, I will return the result. That's it. Now it will pipeline, it will give it to the next middleware. So it will pass on to the next middleware. If you are having next middleware, means it will pass on to the next middleware like this. So now let's try to see the output. So if I go here, so if I am dispatching an action, so now I am dispatching an action, so I am creating a post. So that means we are dispatching an action create post. So here if I dispatch, see, dispatching the action post action create post, and the next state is the array of four elements is there. See, now if I am clicking again, so whenever you are dispatching an action, you are executing some, before dispatching you are executing some middleware thing. Okay, so you are executing the some middleware thing. So for example, if you want to print here, you can print the this one before dispatching. Okay, before dispatching state. Okay, so now what I can do, so here I can check the state. So for example, if I refresh this page, okay, now if I click on the create post, see, before dispatching I have only the 3, after dispatching I am having an array of 4. So that means I am able to get the data before dispatching, and also the after dispatching I am able to get the state of the data, and also I can able to customize the behavior of the dispatch. I am not customizing the behavior of the dispatch. I am able to execute the some logic before the dispatch action occurs, and also after the dispatch action occurs. So I am able to implement this one. Okay, so this is the middleware. Sometimes what we can do here, we can write a set timeout functionality also. Okay, so we can execute this one. So after 5 seconds or 5000 seconds or something like this, and you can run the some dispatching action also. You can run dispatch timeout. So you are able to understand, right? Now I am writing slowly the asynchronous behavior also in this middleware. Now if I try to click on the create post, what will happen? See, if I click here, before dispatching state, dispatching action, and these all things are happening. Okay, after 5 seconds, see, now I am able to see dispatch timeout. So now if I click it again, so that means it is making an asynchronous call and it need to dispatch an action. So that one will dispatch an action. So if you try to see, dispatch timeout has occurred. So this is the way we will be using. So now what can we do with the middleware? Lots of things we can do with the middleware. So middleware can do anything it wants when it sees a dispatched action. So when the middleware can do anything when it sees a dispatched action. So now what we can do, logging something to the console when a dispatch actions, set timeouts we can write. So use set timeouts we are writing means we can make the asynchronous API call. So after getting success we can dispatch an action, modify the action, we can modify the dispatched action, and also we can pause the action or even stop it entirely. So we can pause the action for some time, or otherwise we can stop enter dispatched action. So if the dispatched action so and so means we can stop that entirely, and anything else we can do whatever we want. So in particularly what we can say is middleware are intended to contain logic with the side effects. Okay, in addition to that one, middleware can also modify the dispatch to accept things that are not plain action objects. These are all things we can see. So now what we have understood is the middleware is the main concept which does the actual asynchronous logic. Okay, so let's try to see how we can implement the asynchronous logic and all those things using the middleware. So these are the middlewares which we will be using in the NetEx. Okay, hope you understood about the middlewares. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.